Welcome everybody. It's beautiful to see your smiling faces here. Well, I can't actually see your smiling faces because of the whole YouTube camera thing, but I'm assuming you're smiling because you're about to learn 5 investing hacks that millionaires use. Let's get into it. Number 1, investing hack number 1, invest early and as often as possible. There's a famous proverb that goes, the best time to plant a tree was 100 years ago, and the second best time to plant a tree is today. And the exact same thing is true for investing. It would have been great if you bought Amazon back in 1999, but the next best time to buy Amazon is today. But preferably you don't invest Amazon. That'll be another tip coming up shortly. Stay tuned. And your age is irrelevant when it comes to investing early. Even if you're 50 years old, the best time to start investing is right now. Investing early and often will put you ahead of most of the world, and it'll allow you to take advantage of the 8th wonder of the world, and that is compound interest, which we love here. Number 2, invest for the long term. Now, why do we want to invest for the long term? Because dabbling in weed stocks is fun to play around with. However, you don't want your entire life savings to go up in smoke. Now, investing in funds that consistently grow over a long period of time is what the smartest investors do. And you're a smart investor, aren't you? And that's because it's not realistic to win big and cash out all of our investments. Well, I mean, it would be nice, but it's just not that possible. The entire purpose and reason that you and I are investing is so that we can get a constant supply of income for years, hopefully even decades. And although I know most of us want to just kick back and drink mojitos on a beach right now, the reason why we want to do this for the long term is because I want future you to also be able to buy future mojitos and kick back on a future beach in Costa Rica. I love mojitos. Hence, that's why we want to invest for the long term and to be buying investments that will grow consistently for decades to come. Hack number 3, keep low expense ratios. Very low as we can go. Vanguard conducts some of the best investment research than anyone else. And their research found that management fees or expense ratios are one of 2 variables that actually affect your investment returns. So your portfolio returns, how big it grows. Now, management fees don't seem that scary when you're initially buying a stock and you see a 1% management fee, but this is a guaranteed cost, and the more your portfolio grows, the more money that they're actually taking away. And because we are smart investors, that's you and I, we're gonna make sure they take as little of our money as possible. As a general rule of thumb, look for investments in funds that have 0.5% management fee or expense ratio or less. Vanguard has the lowest funds that I've personally have found. Investment hack number 4, diversity.
What in the hell's diversity?
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
No, it's not an old wooden ship. In personal finance, diversity means owning many investments instead of just a handful. That way, when your weed stocks go up in smoke, it doesn't hurt you as much. And when your Bitcoin explodes through the roof, well, you still get that benefit. And diversity actually eliminates FOMO because you actually own a little bit of everything. And as millennials, we hate FOMO. So therefore, we should love diversity. I recommend diverse low-cost index funds. My favorite ones are from Vanguard. They are ones like VFV, VTI, or VTSAX. Check them out. VFV is a low-cost index fund that tracks the S&P 500. But don't take my word for this. Take this guy's word.
My advice to the trustee couldn't be more simple. Put 10% of the cash in short-term government bonds and 90% in a very low-cost S&P 500 index fund, I suggest Vanguard's. I believe the trust's long-term results from this policy will be superior to those attained by most investors, whether pension funds, institutions, or individuals who employ high-fee managers.
Now, that was an actual quote from Warren Buffett. And Warren's actually recommending, and this is his investment advice, is to buy a low-cost index fund that tracks the S&P 500, like VFV. Now, maybe I don't know as much about investing as Warren Buffett does, but you should at least take the best investor to ever walk the earth's advice. And investing hack number 5, which is pay off your debt first. As a general rule of thumb, any debt that you have that's greater than 5% interest, you should focus on paying that off because that's guaranteed returns you're getting on your money. And the stock market is not guaranteed returns. So make sure you have all of those debts that are greater than 5% paid off before you start investing. And if you've already started investing, that's okay. Just focus on paying that off with the money that you have now. Leave those investments sitting there. And my bonus tip. But before I get into my bonus tip, I'm going to announce the winner of this book. In my last video, I announced that I'm giving away this book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. And the winner of it is just, all you have to do to be eligible to win these books is just be a subscriber to my YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button in one of these corners. But the winner of this book from last week's episode is Elizabeth Lakenins. I'm sorry, Elizabeth, that I'm butchering your name, but Elizabeth, you won this book. Congratulations. I'm going to try to reach out to you. And if you, Elizabeth, are watching this video, DM me on Instagram at Mediocre Money, and I will send you out this book. And if you guys want to win another book, please subscribe to my channel. I will be giving one away again next week. So now let's get into the bonus tip. And that's action is more important than knowledge. Don't believe me? I know all of these investing tips that I just gave you, yet I still buy individual stocks that lose me money and some that make me money. But overall, my actual individual stock buying has me at about even. Like, that's not making money, that's not losing money, but I'm doing nothing. I'm putting in all this work and I'm getting no returns out of it. So don't be like me, be like this guy, and put these tips into action today. Go ahead and do it. I know you can. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.